everybody. Welcome. We hope you're doing good this fine Monday. It's sunny. It's pretty out. I got a little sunburn today. It feels kind of good to get out in the sun despite my pasty ass skin. Yeah, pretty good Monday so far. I got all my fucking homies with me. We got all the crew here. Kieran is joining us once again and probably going to be here next week too, if we're being completely transparent with him. He doesn't know that yet. We definitely haven't discussed it in length. But I'm super happy to be here. I had a very exciting weekend. I went camping with some of the kids from work, and we had a really good trip. It was long and exhausting, and I slept in the trunk of a Subaru. Well, it was kind of just the back of a Subaru. It's like, oh, you know what I mean. But I had to car camp it because there wasn't enough room in the cabin for little old me. But that's okay because I didn't have to sleep in a cabin with a bunch of fucking farting kids who had been eating s'mores and hot dogs all night. So, you know, positives, everybody. It was good. I had a fun time, but I'm happy to be back and I'm looking forward to some D&D. Things might get a little exciting tonight. Things might get a little heavy tonight. We'll see what happens. But all in all, I'm looking forward to it. And without further ado, I would like to give this opportunity to introduce the homies below me, starting with Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
Hello, darlings. Babies, kisses to you. I adore each and every one of y'all coming with me on the raid. Thank you.
Thank you for the raid.
Anybody who didn't catch it, you ain't gonna see much of me this week. Catch me next weekend coming back. Your boy's just going on a quick hiatus. Just, you know, recharging the gay battery before June starts. I gotta be ready to be gayer. So I'm gonna come back gayer for all of you. This is good for all of us. This is good for the house.
It is, yep. Little color makes the house jollier for everyone. What's up, Barbosa?
It's a boon for all of us.
Refreshing the gay agenda.
Also, thank you again for the raid and bringing all the homies in here. If you joined on Ryan's raid, I am your DM, David Patrick, and these are my friends. We're going to pass it on to JTB now, who been doing a little streaming lately. What do you got to say to the people, my fine friend?
Yeah. So last week for me was rough. We'll just say rough. So there wasn't a stream this weekend like there was gonna be because of events. However, this week I should be back at it. So, you know, I'll hold over the slightly gay agenda, the half gay agenda, while we're waiting on Ryan's return.
If I do one stream and you do one stream, we have
the full gay agenda.
We have achieved full gayness.
Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly.
We did it.
Perfect.
We'll do it for the people. I'm
Two
gonna do it
halves
on.
make a hole.
I'm gonna get one going on Wednesday. We'll see what happens.
And we love it.
Wow, nice. Fucking cooking. From there, there we go. Show some love to JTV. We're gonna move on to our good friend Kieran, who is nice enough to join us yet again this evening. Why don't you say hi to the peoples?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's Kieran. We see what happens today. Last week we tried to rest the kid and see if it actually worked and what happens next. So stay tuned.
Awesome. I'm not sure why your command didn't work. I think my bot's being stupid, but I'm just gonna shout you out. Everyone go show some love to Kieran. Check some of his streams. And finally, we move on to Chris, Mr. Beats himself. What do you got to say to the peoples?
Hi, welcome to D&D's.
Nice.
I'm happy to be here.
Short, sweet, elegant, perfect. Just how we like it.
That's me.
So, I guess...
Time to unmurder some kids. You're a kid. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Shout out unmurdering people. In terms of announcements for me, I'm going to be keeping doing my same business over the next week. I'm going to try to get a stream in on Wednesday after I play some golf with the family. If not, I'll probably do Thursday.
We don't have a Karen, man.
We need one. We also don't really have a lot of Karens around here. We don't tolerate that energy.
We should have that, but it costs channel points, and it plays, let me speak with your manager. That'd be good.
We're going to make it happen. If you start clawing through the curtains, I am putting you up for adoption. Good boy. There we go.
It's okay, because I will adopt him.
Yeah, exactly. Chris is going to adopt you right down the hall. You have to go live with Stuart again. Do you want to do that? Get your ass beat every other day?
Others in no time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Until one of them kills the other. Okay, you need to just chill. Okay, you've ignored me all day. Now I'm doing stuff and you want attention. So.
Over.
I think, without further ado, it is time to get into our D&D game for this evening. So, When last we left off, the party had made their way deep into the caverns beneath the swamps of the Festerwood in an attempt to escape from the coven of hags that they had recently angered by interfering with their plans. Along with a group of children you had rescued, kind of following you along here, you worked your way through the caverns with some help from a rather curious kobold named Gum Gum, an adorable little fellow who pledged his undying loyalty to the Lord of Dragons himself, Dusty Sharpclaw, though questioned those allegiances slightly when Father Gustav offered to teach him how to make alcohol, something he seems quite fond of. After a short encounter with a number of the creatures that make their home down here, you eventually found your way to a shelter, somewhere safe where you could set up camp and finally get the chance to resurrect the body that you had been carrying with you, that of young Benson, the child or the young teenager who had died during your confrontation with Oro Oksan the Oni. Together, you all began a ceremony in an attempt to resurrect this child, and Father Gustav, along with an ancient relic he received from his god, began the resurrection process. Together, along with a couple of dryads summoned by Vytkarl, who created a bed of flowers and plants around the boy, each of you taking your turn to lend aid in whatever way you can. Father Gustav finished his prayer. You were blinded by a flash of light, and that is where we ended the session. So picking up from there, as you all reel back, cover your eyes, still grasping onto whoever's next to you, trying to recover from this blast, you hear the sound of shattering crystal. And then the brightness just fades. And I need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw, except Father Gustav. Okay. Vytkarl, just waiting on your... There we go. Oof. Okay. Vytkarl and Dusty, you both take a point of exhaustion as the sheer effort of participating and even being near this ritual just pulls a little bit of your life force out in the sense that you just feel this wear and tear on your body. Xechas, you're able to avoid taking any exhaustion, but you too feel this kind of ennui, for lack of a better term, this heaviness about you. And as you all kind of open your eyes, still recovering from the blinding light that you had witnessed, you see Father Gustav, surrounded by the broken pieces of his rod of resurrection, unconscious on the ground, eyes closed, flat on his back. And you see before you young Benson, and where once there was a separation between his head and his body, there no longer is. His eyes are closed, not yet open, but you see the head reattached and breathed very slowly returning to the chest of the boy you lost during your conflict. What are you doing?
I'm going to quickly
also
run over to Father Gustav.
Xechas, you had disadvantage from Pelicanon.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh no!
You also take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, cool. I can't avoid that with a flash of genius, can I?
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh shoot.
You get to
was
keep
just
the
that
advantages in your back pocket. You do not get to wait until you use the disadvantages. So, the whole party takes this hit. And you see Father Gustav on the ground, all of you recovering from this weight that seems to weigh you all down at this point. What are you doing? Thank you, Pelicanon.
I'm gonna I see Father Gustav go down, I see the boy breathing now, but I'm just gonna run over to Father Gustav and kind of kneel down and pat him on the cheek a little bit. Are you all right? Oh goodness. Is he like breathing?
Roll me a medicine check. He's wearing all plate armor. It's hard to see if his chest is moving under that. You can't. You can also give advantage, which they gave to me. Which basically means they gave it to Gum Gum the Kobold, so that kind of works in their favor in this case. Speaking of which, Gum Gum was actively participating too.
Flash of genius this?
Sure. Where is my character sheet? For Gum Gum. Not the best name I've ever come up with, but it weirdly works for the
No, you stop. You shut your mouth right now. That is one of the best characters all the way through you've ever come up with.
Constitution.
I love
save.
Gum Gum. I will die for Gum Gum.
Gum Gum's fine. Gum Gum is kind of just staying next to you and Violet, Dusty. Oh yeah, and we got a weather check
I rolled a 9.
from Calf, but we are underground currently, so the weather above is not really known to the party. So I will refund that after the stream. What was that? You got a what? Ooh.
A 9 total. Yeah, not very good.
Yeah, you put your hand to his neck, trying to feel for a light pulse, but he is cold to the touch, and you're not able to tell if he is currently breathing or alive.
Is he dead? I can't tell if he's breathing or not.
As you finally could see
Slap him again.
his
A
eyes
little harder this time.
adjust, Dusty will, oh shit, and walk over to Gustav. Wait. I think Dusty would also just go through the normal checks.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check. Slightly higher DC. Okay, doesn't matter. 21.
We're at disadvantage on all ability checks right now.
Oh,
We're all
true.
exhausted.
You are.
Oh. No. No, he
Flat
did.
Okay, he did!
Thanks, goodbye.
11.
See you, Kieran.
did.
Thanks for joining us, buddy. I appreciate you.
You get
He did.
11.
You get an 11. Okay. The bare minimum was 10. But you're like, you put the fingers to the neck trying to detect a pulse, and you're also not able to do so at that time. And you're like, fuck, you kind of lean forward, put your just face up to by his mouth. You feel a slight breathe as you listen and hear a very, very raspy breath being taken. He is alive, but absolutely knocked on his ass.
All right, well, he ain't dead, luckily.
Goodness.
The boy immediately is going to go to the kid.
Fair. He is also laying in the bed of flowers that surrounded him, breathing ever so lightly. His younger brother just still kneeling next to him, hand on the chest, holding it there, still hasn't moved. Completely focused on that moment. And it's at this point you realize the flowers and the small garden that had been laid has spread around the entirety of the cavern.
Oh, wow. Well, that's something else.
He's
Take a
alive.
step back and just kind of collapse onto the ground a little.
Yeah, Carl's pretty much been kneeling this whole time, just looking. Anytime someone moves, he kind of has a moment of like.
The dryads you summon are kind of help propping you up as well, as Dusty's inspecting Father Gustav and then looking over the boy. They seem fairly worse for wear after that too. But you notice there's also a little bit of fresh growth on the flowers and vines that adorn their body as well. Almost like blasting things with pure, radiant, holy energy is kind of a positive that doesn't happen often down here.
Think after
Thank you, Barbosa.
after seeing the boy breathing, knowing that Gustav is still alive, he's going to stand up, slowly move towards Carl, drop down to where, I guess when he's knelt down, he's still looking up at Carl knelt down.
More or less.
So-
He's like just slightly below eye level at this point, I'd say.
So I think he would kneel enough to where he can look him in the eye as he's leaned down and just, he did it. Everything's fine.
We did it! And as soon as he grabs on to Dusty, the two dryads are gonna give this very knowing nod, and they're just
They two
Kinda
just
dust behind me.
fade away into flowers or flower petals and dust.
almost like they know I have a different support system.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
just gonna hug on to Dusty.
He hugs back, and as he's sitting there, that would probably be the first point in time this whole time Dusty lets himself actually relax to a point where you would start to feel tears dripping on your shoulder, probably.
There'd be a moment of shock with that, but then as soon as he felt the first tear, they would just, and then just tight, and wouldn't let go.
Gustav,
Yes.
as your eyes flicker open ever so slightly, the room around you absolutely blurry until you can kind of focus, almost bringing moisture back into your eyes as they've completely dried out just from the sheer brightness of that flash. You kind of regain your senses a little and are able to sit up. You see, first and foremost, the boy that you were here to resurrect, alive and well, though still resting, with his younger brother's hand just on his chest gently. You see Vykarl and Dusty holding each other, openly weeping for the first time since you've met them. And you see Xechas looking slightly more pale than usual, leaning back on the stone not far from you. And you feel like you were just hit by a train. Like your entire body is racked with soreness. Every single muscle hurts. What are you doing?
First thing is when I see that the boy is breathing again, I say in a raspy voice, it worked. Good. And then I'm just gonna slowly lie back down, like, I need to rest now.
Are we taking a long rest as a party? Is someone taking watch?
I think Dusty, after a while, will kind of tap on Vykarl's back as he starts to pull back. Yeah. I'll keep an eye out if y'all want to get some rest. It's fine.
You know the deal. We'll be up after 4 hours.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna go sleep next to the tent, kids, and make sure they're okay.
Here, let's help you get your brother back into the tent.
I'm just gonna
You see
scoop up.
Dalton kind of snap back to reality for a moment. Okay.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah, tent sounds good. How did you do that?
Kid. Go over at Gustav, who's like laying on the ground, just like half asleep, and just. I know some pretty incredible people.
Sure do. Yeah, to the tent. He follows you over with his brother. You kind of
Right.
to the tent, the other kids. So yeah, you snap back to your usual self. You find the other children all still resting within, seemingly undisturbed by the events of the evening. You place Benson down in one of the bedrolls, and Dalton just lays down, kind of half on the bedroll, half on the floor next to him, wanting to be generally close. Thank you.
Here, hold on. Dusty's gonna walk out of the tent, grab his bedroll, bring it into the tent, and put it next to his brother's so he can use that.
Yeah.
It's fine. I can. I've slept on worse.
He takes it. Doesn't hesitate too much with that. He wasn't super keen on laying on the rocky ground. You leave them to rest. Make your way back outside. Who is taking first watch?
I'll stay up for it.
Is Liam's tiny hut still up?
Yes, they said. Does it just last for, is it 10 hours?
8 or 10, I'm not sure.
Can't remember the exact number off the top of my head. Get Kieran to link it. 8 hours. Once it's cast, it stays on. So, Leoman's tiny hut is still there.
Violet, let's sit on the edge of the hut. Might be easier to keep an eye out that way.
Violet kind of walks over to you. Yeah. Hey.
You feeling tired?
Not really. You look
Shit.
kind of shitty, for lack of a better word.
Thanks.
Love you.
Yeah, I know.
Can't just keep saying that when people tell you that they love you. It's weird. It was cool once. Getting old. Proper response is, I love you too, loving daughter.
I've never wanted to speak Draconic more than in this moment.
You see Violet straight sassing him. You don't know what she's saying, but there's sass.
I'll look to her. I love you too, brat.
Keep it up. She laughs and kind of goes over, snuggles up at the edge of the hut, but still very much inside it. So roll me a perception check while everyone else takes their rest for the evening. Nice.
I rolled through a d4, by the way, Rusty.
Where?
It should be linked just to you, so you can see how...
Do not see. Yeah, just where'd it go? You can just roll in front of everyone too. Just roll a straight d4.
Okay.
So it shows up on the stream as well.
I
Follow Barbosa.
think like
Did not go through.
during the watch,
Mm-hmm.
as Dusty's trying to keep his eyes out, he just feels the exhaustion as he just like
All of a
started
sudden.
nodding off onto.
With a nat 1, I'm comfortable saying you probably fall asleep on watch. For maybe the first time in your life. And as you doze off, you feel Violet kind of give you a nudge with the side of her head, one of her crystals kind of digging into you, just ever so slightly. Hey, this is a 2-person job. Wake up.
I was resting my eyes. Fine, I'm looking.
Gustav, did you roll your d4, by the way? It
I
go through.
did, but it didn't come through again.
Just roll it in in roll 20 on the actual dice roller. Those ones don't. If you do like the personal dice on your D&D Beyond page, it doesn't come through most of the time for some reason. Okay, we'll get to that. She nudges you awake, like I said, and you guys kind of just peer out through the cavern. There's only one entrance, and then Violet's like, "Shh, hear that?"
Yep.
Roll me another perception check as she draws your attention to it, still with disadvantage. And roll me a deception check while we're at it. Because this is fun. I'm having fun with teenager Violet. This is a kind of a vibe. I'm just talking to you the way the fucking kids at work talk to me sometimes. Okay. Deception with an 11. I'm just gonna roll a straight roll for her, just for fun. Okay. She's like, okay. And with a 19, you do hear the sound of very small footprints in the caves outside where you are currently staying.
Violet does, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the 19 was.
Oh yeah, that's true. You got another nat 1.
Second.
Shit. You don't hear
Yeah.
shit. You don't hear shit, but you kind of convince Violet that you might. I hear something. Sounds like footsteps. All ones.
Right, well, I guess if something comes through and they don't stop when we tell them to stop, just be prepared to put your head out and torch the whole hallway with, I'm sure that'll wake everyone up too. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just try to keep awake.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. just slumps again.
You hear it as you're dozing off again for the second time. You hear a disgruntled huffing from Violet, but she doesn't wake you this time. And I will say I trust her enough to wake you as your watch is kind of ending, but she lets you sleep for some of it. Kind of wakes you up so you can go call the next watch. You have a good nap?
I was awake the whole time.
I'm sure you were. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Awake the whole time, I'm sure.
Yep. Where's did you notice where Xechas went to rest?
I think he's kind of just
I
laid
was
down.
too busy. Keep my eye out.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely wouldn't have noticed where he fell down and went to sleep. Now he's over by the campfire, which I think has gone out. Because someone fell asleep on watch. And I can't start fires. Not that kind of dragon.
We usually have Xechas for that. Anyways. All right. Xechas, he's going to walk over.
Xechas, for the first time, you've noticed, is not awake. He's fucking asleep.
Man is out.
Is he dead again?
There's no breathing.
Smells like it.
Well, I mean, he always smells like that, don't he?
No, you guys are particularly swampy after you slid down the chute with the kobold stuff in it.
Particularly swampy.
Been pungent.
You too. You also slid down the thing.
Yeah, but when the ritual was happening, I fell into the water. I'm all clean. Kind of shakes off.
Must be nice. He's gonna pat Xechas on the shoulder.
Xechas, you can remove your point of exhaustion. Oof.
I don't wake up.
Is he actually dead?
Everyone is dead.
He's gonna grab his shoulders and start shaking him.
You wake up.
Okay, I fucking wake up. I just wanted to do that.
For a second, you're worried, and then you hear the gears and the parts inside start coming back to life ever so slightly, and you're concerned for a moment that Xechas may have actually been dead.
You hear the Windows startup sound.
Oh no. Xechas, you wake up. First time you've
mail.
probably slept in a while.
It's oh goodness.
Hey,
It's a strange feeling.
Maybe don't scare the shit out of me. We already thought we lost Gustav.
Gustav is still just laying where he fell to.
All right. Did anything happen? Believe it or not.
Yeah, I heard footsteps.
You heard
They
footsteps?
sounded like they sounded like little footsteps. And
Right.
yeah, it was
Okay.
definitely me.
I'm gonna remember this.
Okay, look, I took a little nap. Violet heard footsteps.
It's better.
Yeah, stifles a chuckle. Stifles a chuckle. Jesus.
Stuffles a chicle.
Holy shit!
Duffels
I don't know what a chicle is, but I wish I was it.
Is my
I
bottle
think
of
that's
alcohol still
racist.
in my bag?
Nope, it's
Or is it
gone.
your Xechas?
Xechas took it, hence the sleeping. All right, Dusty, as you get down for your actual rest, along with Violet alongside of you, roll me a Constitution save to fall asleep on cold rock without. I guess it's not super cold. It's just uncomfortable because you are in the dome, but it's still falling asleep on rock without so much as a bedroll.
I have an extra bedroll that I just always have. I
Never
see you
mind.
not have one.
There you
I'll
go.
give it to you.
Negate that. Belay that. All right.
Play that.
Go ahead and
Belay that.
belay that. Xechas, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna guide myself. I'm gonna cast alarm on the entrance to the cave.
Ah, very nice. Where exactly do you place the alarm?
Well, I think it can cover much bigger than the area. It's a 20-foot cube, so I'm gonna take the time to ritual cast it and just completely cover the entrance.
Just do a ping exactly where you want it.
Where you just pinged is good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 20-foot cube.
Boop.
Actually, yeah, and then have it go down. I'm gonna see if I can cover like all, like the joint. Yeah.
There you go. It's a little funky, but that's good enough. I need to get a stylus for this kind of thing. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna get like a drawing tablet. Anyway, so you're able to do that as you're setting it up. You don't hear or see anything, but a particular smell hits your nostrils, and that's saying something down here in these caves beneath a literal swamp. But you smell
when I don't breathe.
Something familiar. You've worked around the Gobstop workshop enough to recognize the smell of Goblin. Industrious, kind of like the scent of oil mixed with the smell of musky swamp. You're familiar with that smell. You're not sure if something down here
Is there any way
Hmm.
I could recognize it as the Gobstop goblins? I mean, they have a lot of gunpowder musk in their scent. I'm
You
trying to
get
pick that up too.
no trace of the sulfurous smell that comes with used gunpowder.
No, I'm gonna kind of just tuck away over here.
Okay.
And yeah, just to see if anything trips the alarm.
The rest of your watch continues. After about 2 hours, you feel a little sense in your mind go off as your spell is triggered on the eastern side.
I could have had it audible, but no. On the eastern side, like over here.
Yep, kind of crossing over, wandering through the space.
Not coming, like not seeming to come in towards us yet. Actually, it doesn't tell me that. I'll just kind of keep
Yeah, something entered the cube.
a watch. Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. I'm also gonna
It's like
ready
the
a firebolt.
Magic the Gathering competition smell. Exactly. Exactly. the
No,
smell.
already my lightning launcher.
Also, roll me perception at disadvantage. That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I was gonna say because you don't have dark vision, your campfire light doesn't go out that far into the cave. But with a nat one,
Yeah,
you don't see or hear anything. And then, as you kind of, with your spell prepared, hold on that spot, expecting something to make its way into the firelight, nothing does. You power down your lightning launcher, and the rest of your watch passes without incident. But something was definitely there. Not sure what. While there is
Smelled
no...
like gobbledygook.
Yeah, it smelled like goblin. At least whatever was there at some point did. You don't know if that second thing was, but we'll see. However, the rest of you, with no daylight to kind of wake you up, it's a bit of a slower wake up, but eventually, as all of you kind of reach the limit of your rest, having recovered fully, you can all remove your point of exhaustion, except Father Gustav, who I need to roll me a constitution save now.
At disadvantage, right?
No, because you only have 1 point of exhaustion. Saving throws are at 2, if I remember. Just a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, I'll take the 17. You wake up, you feel the pain throughout your body still there, this slight throbbing in your muscles, having just completely overworked your physical body. But you feel relatively fine apart from that. You don't take a point of exhaustion, or you are able to shake off your exhaustion with your rest. However, you still feel drained. Tired. Just kind of weighed down. You all awaken?
And just so you know, when you hit a con save and that asks if it's a concentration check, you can hit cancel and it will still roll it as a single roll.
Okay.
Just so you know. All right. I'm gonna be tending to the fire just before everyone's waking up and kind of get it up a little bit.
Get some warmth back in the cave, no problem. There's enough scrap wood for you to do that.
As party's waking up, I don't really have any food left to feed the children with. I don't know if any of you do.
Well, and pulls out hardtack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trail rations. As someone has
I've got-
create,
Nothing.
as someone has create food or water. Here, and I'll say you probably don't know the full effect you have on you just yet. But if you have that spell. That being
I
said.
don't have the spell.
Okay.
I have 7 rations though, so I
There you
can
go.
hand out some of the rations to the kids.
You hand out
Blessings.
some dry tack to the kids, some beef jerky, or just some simple jerky. It is not flavorful or what I would even consider necessarily good, but it is filling. Yes, Dusty.
I genuinely feel like Dusty's rations are probably actual just like trail mix. Berries and nuts.
Berries and
Just-
peanuts in a little baggie.
He
Love
just
that.
Cans of cat
finds
food.
on his thing.
Oh, there's Cheerios in this. Look at that.
Is that a sun
That's
chip?
nice. Oh, it's a sun
At some point,
chip.
he somehow found a way to put chocolate chips in there.
Nice.
Like, how the fuck?
Okay. You
How
kinda
did he
begin
shape these?
eating your trail mix, have a little bit of jerky with it. The kids take the food. They're not super keen on it, but they need to eat, and that's probably more food than they've had in a while. It's the first time you guys have all had a real good chance to like rest and eat.
Xechas goes to cast Dark Vision on himself and then remembers, Father Gustav, I am not very able to see in the dark well. Are you possibly able to do that thing that you can do?
Gustav struggles to get back on his feet.
Oh,
Oh, no, you don't have
Um,
to get up to it, I'm sure.
I will try to cast Eyes of Night, and you can only see like a flicker in his hand, and nothing is happening.
Oh.
Seems Father Gustav may have exhausted his magical energy.
All right, well, don't worry about it. I hope you're all right. And I am going to then go and cast Dark Vision on myself.
All right. How's he looking? He's gonna go over to the boy.
The kids are all awake, eating together. You can see he's... Actually, roll me an insight check. As you kind of approach, he's eating with his brother, kind of by the fire, sheepishly.
Take a guidance.
There you go. Roll with the guidance if you want.
19.
Okay, at first glance, there's this kind of joy at being reunited with his brother and confusion, not complete understanding of how he got to where he is, both in terms of location and just the events that have occurred. And there is a heavy look on his face, for lack of a better term. He was dead for a day and a half
oh,
before he was brought back, and you can see that definitely had a lingering effect in some way. Or at least it's weighing on him now.
All right. Dusty will go over to Vitegarl. Hey, I know things are looking up, but the kid's probably real confused. Pretty daunting thing, I feel. So maybe we should probably sit him down, see where his head's at, maybe get him talking a little.
right. Sure. I mean, all of us, you and I together, could probably. I don't want to scar the kid.
I wasn't trying to have you go through this alone. I was
Okay, good.
fully ready.
Okay,
I
good.
figured
Okay,
I'd
good.
have to be there. If honestly, it might be good for all of us to have a chat because Gustav should probably be there too.
Right. Yeah. Before we send him off, for sure, we need to make sure he's okay. You're really good with kids.
Hell, I wouldn't say good, but I know what it's like to be left alone as a child, so makes it a little easier to know what they are probably hoping for.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
I'm gonna go let them
A
know.
little bit.
I'll let them know, and then we can maybe pull them out, have a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Father Gustav Zayas, if you don't mind coming in a little closer.
Yes, Zeus is kind of just tinkering at himself.
Putting some pieces back together. Fair.
I was telling Vicarl that the boys, he seems a little, well, what happened to him's a little daunting, and he seems confused. I think it'd be a good idea for us to pull him to the side and conversate.
I can relate, and I think that's a good idea. I wish I'd have had someone there when I, came back.
Yeah, I mean, between Gustav doing it and your experience, I feel like all four of us being there is a good idea.
Oh,
Right.
We can
Support team.
try explain it, what happened. Just leave out the hard parts. Doesn't need to know how he died. I don't think that's gonna be helpful to him at all.
Right.
No. Very much so agreed.
Dusty will lean his head into the tent. Hey, Benson, can we talk to you?
Yeah. What do you need?
We just
Kinda-
want to.
Rubs his neck a bit. He's a little hoarse, but
just go over, everything. Make sure you're all right.
Might as well get his brother out as well. Support.
Yeah, both of you.
kind of looks
Can,
over at
Come on
Dalton.
out here for us.
Let's go talk to him. The other kids are kind of still sitting around the fire, eating their rations for the day, enjoying the heat in this fairly cold subterranean dwelling they've made for themselves.
Violet, if you could, just go keep an eye on the rest of them. Maybe be, friendly. They could probably use it.
Cute cuddly dragon routine. Got it. She goes over and kind of like head on the paws or the claws in front of the kids in the fire. The kids all kind of like stare at her. Like, I mean, no one's ever seen a crystal dragon here, at least not for some millennia or a few hundred years at least. So they're all pretty taken in with that. And she kind of slowly approaches and lays in front of them. They all take turns kind of patting her on the back and running their hands down the crystals as you, Benson, Dalton, and the rest of the party kind of go off to the side around by the bed of flowers that was his place of resurrection. I am going to go ahead and remove that body off them. Skirt. Yeah. Skirt. Skirt. You all kind of stand in a circle. What did you want to talk to me about?
Everything that happened's been a little heavy. I wanted to see where your head's at. Get a feel for you. Any questions you might have, anything.
Well, it's attached. That's an improvement.
Yeah.
So you still
Yeah,
have a
it
sense
is.
of humor.
Well. Gotta have something. Yeah, I remember getting pulled down that hallway and then nothing, but it still hurts a little around the neck. I'm smart enough to figure it out. My brother
That's when
keeps
I'm gonna
talking
kinda-
about it. And you see Dalton
Ta-
kind of next to him like, sorry.
I'll take a knee at that point and just look him dead in the eyes and just go, listen. Listen. These guys will say otherwise. That was my fault. I made a choice. I thought I was stronger than I am, and I made a choice. Just need you to know that I'm sorry.
Roll me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Boop. Da-da, boop, boop, boop. Bop, bop. Roll the damn die. And... Okay.
13.
My flash of genius, the 13.
If you feel it's appropriate to do so in a moment like that.
Yeah, no. Never mind.
You see his look toward Vikarl kind of harden briefly. They said they were trying to help me. The other kids. People make mistakes. Maybe next time just be a little sneakier about it. Not your fault. You didn't see what he did to the other kids. There was more of us at one point. He probably would have killed us all anyway.
It's not going to give an opportunity to hurt any more children. Killed him.
Well, that's good. At least silver linings. He didn't get away. He works for someone afraid of them, or I guess he was. Maybe should have been more afraid of you. But don't blame yourself, okay? And it feels like that if it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't have come back either. So, and kind of looks over to Gustav. And you,
Yeah, I look at him too.
I don't remember much when I was away, but something told me that I would be okay, and I believed it.
I will look at the kid, then look at Vikarl. I look back at the kid and say, you have Vikarl to thank for that. His prayers reach me. That's the reason why I came there.
Thanks to all of you. Where do we go now? Like, once we're out of here? Just me and my brother. The other kids, they don't have anyone left either. There's somewhere safe?
There is a hut with a lot of the other children that
Say
did
a hut?
escape.
A hut. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a downgrade, but it's better than
Well-
Murder Cave, so I'll take it.
I stand up at that point. A witch's hut!
Yeah, so
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
But
That you can flash of genius if you would like to.
Yeah. She's
11!
not a witch. She's harboring kids and making sure they're safe. You get 14.
There you go.
Hey!
Hey, I'm gonna trust you on this one.
all right.
As long as you promise we'll be safe, we'll go with you.
She's keeping a lot of others safe, and I did say that we were going to clear out this issue, including the person he was afraid of, to the best of our ability, whether it cost us too much or not, I guess. But I guess if the area is safe enough, you will have the option. We will take you back to a town, see what you want to do from there. I know you probably don't have much left, but
Hey, I'm old enough to work. I helped out docks with my dad before he left.
If we get to a town, I can talk to the church to see if we can get you and your friends and your brother a place to stay.
Figure something out. Let's just get out of here first, I guess.
Fair.
And thank you again.
If there's anything you need, if you need to talk to someone, something's hanging on your mind, please do let us know.
There's like a day and a half of just nothing, and some voice talking to me, telling me to come back, and then that's it. There's not much to talk about. I just kind of feel tired, exhausted, for lack of a better word.
Zehas will open his jacket to the part of him that's all mechanical. And then something similar happened to me. I don't really know how long I was out, but no, I sure was happy to be back.
Oh. Was a cool robot head an option for me?
Unfortunately not, no, but we'll reach you in the future if it ever becomes one.
Oh, please, yeah. It's cool. All right. Well,
Don't worry.
jokes aside, that's pretty cool looking.
Serves its purposes.
I'm still a little hungry, so I'm gonna go finish up eating and make sure my brother's ready to travel. The other kids are younger. We should get out of here as quickly as we can.
Fair.
Brings his brother over to the fire, and they kind of sit again with the group of kids. They also join in petting Violet a little, enjoy the rest of their rations, and you guys are faced with a decision. What's the plan? Or how are we
Did you
getting out of here?
did you hear any more footsteps in the night?
Well, I actually set an alarm spell outside the cave, and something triggered it, but nothing ended up coming in. I don't really know what it was, but yes, it also smelled something that smelled goblin-y. I don't know if it's related.
At the mention of goblins, you see Gum Gum for the first time, kind of not wanting to interrupt all this, kind of just following Violet and Dusty around at any given point, kind of, you said goblin? Gum Gum hates goblins.
Oh, good. We do too, for the most part. There's one group we like, but other than that.
We in goblin territory. It's not good. No, not good at all. Gum Gum goes over, grabs his spear, and just grabs like a whetstone and starts sharpening the edges of his spear. If goblin know we're here, goblin coming. More goblin, lots goblin.
It's alright. I think we can handle some goblins.
Handle hundreds, thousands of goblins? I didn't think so.
We should probably get going.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, kids, time to grab your stuff. We gotta head out a little quicker than expected.
They kind of all snap back to and begin packing up their belongings. And with the warning of goblins nearby hanging over your heads, that is where we will take our break for today as we come back and figure out what our next course of action will be. I drank a lot of coffee today. I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go handle it.
Yes.
Like
Go piss, girl.
It's my fourth iced coffee today. So we're gonna run a quick ad break, get Big Daddy Bezos off our ass for another hour with them pre-rolls. So y'all, if you need to hit the bathroom or do anything like that, now is the best time to go do it. We will be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us yet again for some more D&D. I hope everyone had a good break. Sorry about the ad, but it's the only way to get Bezos off our backs. We need to make a t-shirt that says "Get Bezos off my back," because it would not sell at all, and he would sue me out of existence, because he can do that as a lizard person. Either way, that's not important. What is important...
How did Pat die? He made a t-shirt.
What is important is we got more D&D to play right now. So, without further ado, as you are all informed that you have seemingly wandered into the territory of, a tribe of goblins, or an army of goblins, perhaps. You see your kobold companion beginning to panic and prepare his weapons for battle, expecting an attack anytime. Though you're not sure how reliable his paranoia is in this sense in particular, but it does kind of corroborate the report from Xechas that he caught the scent of something fairly goblin-y, for lack of a better term. What are you all doing?
All right, Gum Gum. What direction do we need to head to get out of here?
I don't know. I've never come down this far, he replies in Draconic.
Oh, give me 5 minutes. I can figure out the basic compass. I'm gonna make a compass from what I have.
Tinker
Boy
me a
Scout.
compass.
Pull up my tinker's tools, and I'm just gonna take like a metal pick. Do I have a net? No. I am gonna take out. What is it? My steel mirror, and I'm just gonna rub it up and down the fucking length of the thing for like a few minutes.
To do what?
And magnetize it.
Okay.
Just enough that I can like.
I'm going to
Over the
say
distance
you're
with
going to
something
have to
and
use
make
a
a
little
compass.
magic for that, but roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna flash of genius and knowledge from a past life myself.
Go for it. As you're sitting there trying to focus on making a magnetized piece of metal to also produce a small compass with, you hear just this faint voice in the back of your head. It's not entirely dissimilar to Saul's. You know that's not going to work like that. And you feel the slight adjustment get made, and you are able to, using a small container with some water in it and a magnetized piece of steel with a little infusion of arcane magic, create a temporary compass to use. Just because it's cool. I like that.
Sweet.
You are able to determine that north is the side of the cavern you put the tent on.
Perfect. All right.
Or as far as you can tell, you are underground. You're not sure if something could be interfering with it or not, but as far as that compass is going to work.
Well, Dusty, if perhaps you wanted to lead the way since your senses are better than mine.
Yeah.
I can tell you which way is north.
Okay. All right, everyone gather around
way.
real quick.
Yeah.
The house points nerdily towards the north.
If things already know we're here, I'd rather us be a little quiet about how we go through here.
Right.
Which way we go? Many caves. The only path out leads south,
right?
and you guys came from this eastern path. Yes, you are aiming to go west.
Probably, if I had to venture a guess, I'm gonna just say southwest. Probably our best bet. I believe we came northeast to get here from
east,
the hut.
East by northeast, yeah. Almost more of a straight shot.
So southwest gonna get us closest, I think. Perhaps. We'll see.
Okay.
Alright.
I need everyone to roll me a stealth check while Dusty does pass without a trace, so everyone gets a passive bonus of 10 on that. For the kids, I'm just gonna roll on the commoner.
I'm gonna guidance Father Gustav.
Okay. That was a sleight of hand, not a stealth. Dex plus 10.
Oh.
Okay, 16. Roll again. At disadvantage because you're wearing plate armor. That was also a sleight of hand and not a stealth.
I am really being an idiot tonight.
What's up, Boom Boom? Oh, go in, buddy.
28.
Okay,
Oh.
a 15 plus 10 is still very good. And then what did everyone else? 21, so 31 from Dusty.
34.
Jesus. Doesn't look like anyone rolled below. Yeah, okay. Oh, we got to roll for Gum Gum. 23. Okay. You all begin sneaking together. I can clear your drawing off of there.
As soon as that's still up, as soon as Dusty goes into it, there's a ding. I'm like, oh, shit, right. And I'll drop the alarm.
But Carl gets an advantage from Kayla. Okay. I need everyone to roll me a perception check as well as you begin making your way out of the cave.
Guidance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Xechas, Vite Carl, Dusty, and Gustav. Oh, wow. All of you smell it. You see, in particular, Violet, the small dragon with a particularly keen sense of smell. As you exit your cavern, you can also all kind of smell that lingering scent of goblin on the air, that musky, swampy smell of something that's been living in the caves beneath the festerwood for some time. And you can kind of follow that towards a cavern to the east of you that you passed on your way in. Goblin.
I'm going to pick up 3 stones and turn them all into light and give them to the kids.
Okay.
Aw.
And I'm going to say, if anything, scary comes out and tries to jump at us, put those in your pockets so that they're not visible and try and hide, all right?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Benson kind of taking the lead and ushering the kids along as well.
Very good.
All right.
Should be able to see well with those.
Violet kind of looks at you, Dusty. Can smell a lot of them up there. Trash and God knows what else.
All right. Well, if they're to the east, then we definitely aren't going east.
Problem is, I don't know if there's much to the west either. The air down here, it's stale.
Well, I'll find out, I suppose.
It feels funny down there. Be careful.
Let's just hope the shadows guide us well, I suppose.
She's kind of still sniffing the air. Oh, something else. I don't know what it is. But it's to the west. That way. Doesn't smell bad.
Maybe.
Familiar? She
Maybe
rolled a nat 20, so she's picking some shit up. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'll stay in the back and keep my eyes and nose open. Any of them start getting close, I'll make a fuss. Oh, who's a hungry boy? There you go.
Dusty's gonna lean down to the kids.
You can see his little feet
Alright.
at his bowl right there.
All right, we're gonna be moving, but we're gonna be moving kind of slow, and we got to keep it down as best we can.
Slow and steady. You can do that.
All right. And he's gonna start leading on.
Okay.
Here we go.
Dusty's in the lead. What's your marching order? Just so I know.
I'll follow up behind Dusty. Because
Okay,
I've got
so-
my 300 feet of dark vision.
Do you?
I'll go after Gustav.
Yeah, I'm going to go in front of the kids and have Violet be behind them.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
kind of a good
taking up the rear.
shield wall of people.
Gustav, do you have 300 feet of dark vision?
Yeah, that's my racial trait.
Just by default? Hell yeah. Okay, so you
Yeah.
still have that. That's good. You kind of follow up behind Dusty, then Vite Carl, then Xechas, and then the kids and Violet. Right?
Yep.
You
Hell
continue
yeah.
down, and you're walking in a fairly steady downward slope as you go, kind of the air heavy, musty, damp, but not unpleasant. As you kind of weave your way down, the path splits into 2 different directions. Violet seems from the back, you see her kind of looking around the kids, trying to sniff what might be at the end of the hall. Gestures to the left. Something in there. Smells familiar, like I said.
Okay. I'll creep about a little closer. Maybe stay back here. I can take a peek.
I kind of want to see.
Is there something in there?
She
Assuming you were
says,
talking in Draconic.
Yeah, he'll lean in. She says there's some familiar scent coming from down there, but she's not sure what
No,
the scent is.
that's not necessarily good. Are you going to go check it out?
Yeah, I was thinking I could just walk up there, although she wants to tag along. So
She's already like moving from behind the kids and making her way up. Not really waiting for you. She's
I don't think
Hey,
that's
very
a bad
drawn to
thing.
that chamber.
all right, bye, Carl. Can you watch the kids?
Absolutely.
She doesn't go so far as she passes the group of kids. She's still standing next to them, but she seems eager.
Right as Violet's passing, I'm gonna cast, just in case, because you're a little bigger than the rest of us. I'm gonna pat Violet and cast invisibility on her.
No.
Violet disappears from sight. You
Yeah, I'm
hear,
gonna move forward and peek.
You hear in common, Xechas. Oh. Neat. Doesn't have a lot of words yet, but she's beginning to pick them up.
You can be extra sneaky now.
Hear her slowly
Let's make
begin
it.
to move along. Dusty, you feel a slight nudge at your side as she begins edging past you and kind of urging you along too.
All right, I'll be back.
Good luck.
Okay. And you do have dark vision, correct?
60 feet.
You make your way southwest, kind of branching to the left where the road passes, and I want you to roll me a perception check. Okay.
Wait.
All right. You both gonna make your way slowly, edging along the side of the cave, checking your corner. You peer around and you see what looks like the remnants of a long abandoned mine. The scaffolding that spirals up the walls is decrepit and falling apart. You see broken staircases and ropes hanging, rotted, having collapsed over time. It looks like this mine has not seen activity in some time. And looking up, you likely see why. There's a few small purple and blue crystals, large amethyst and sapphire, that kind of still spot the walls, but they look small enough to have been completely abandoned. But that's not what draws your attention. Draws your attention is the bits of bone that line all of these walls, spiraling up the pillars in the center of the room that seemingly have been mined for almost all the precious gems that remain. You see dragon heads, tails, spines. It seems you have stumbled into a mining operation. I was mining the gemstones from deceased dragons. Violet looks up. You don't see her, but you hear her kind of take in a sharp breath. Like I said, familiar.
I'll be damned. I guess we were kind of right on the money with what was happening in the mines.
Yeah. Right on. Stand in this almost completely silent cavern, just the faint occasional drip of water. Looking around, you see the emblem of the Trudge Hill Trade Company on crates, barrels. This is clearly a long-abandoned mining operation from the TTC. A graveyard and a mine.
Eventually, we will stop them.
You're gonna
It's
need
best-
to do that pretty soon. You hear for the first time from Violet a hearty, deep growl emanate from inside her chest and out through her throat. Anger. And that mental connection you had with her, where previously your thoughts were causing her discomfort, you feel a rage build within her. Ancient, powerful, genetic. You see
Yeah.
the familiar purple gem sticking out of what remains of amethyst dragons, just like her.
Are you, is there something you want us to do here? Maybe try to salvage what we can or give them proper rights?
I don't know if there are any. He's still just, you can't see her looking up, but you can tell by the way her voice is carrying as it echoes upward into the cave that she hasn't kind of lowered her head yet. We should get the others and keep looking around for a way out. We can deal with this in a bit if we have.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much we can do. They already desecrated this.
Yeah. All right. Come on, back to the others.
You return to the group. You guys see Dusty and the bit of a visible weight on his shoulders.
What happened?
There wasn't, at least as far, we would have to explore the place more, but it doesn't seem like there's a way out that way. It's, you remember how we thought the mines were probably them, taking scales from the dragons?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Sure.
exactly what they're doing.
Ah.
In there? Oh, wow.
They completely desecrated that area.
When Gustav hears this, he will straighten his back, move up to Violet, put a hand on her head, and
Violet
just mumble a few
is
words.
invisible.
Oh yeah, she's in.
I will say
Well-
you can all hear a fairly deep growling sound she takes with every single exhale. It's disconcerting hearing a dragon growling inside an echoey cavern that you cannot see.
Locate
Yeah,
where
actually, probably
Violet
so
is
much
just
so
by sound.
You're able to, I'd say.
Then I'll move towards my hand towards where I think her head is. Put it on her and just mumble a few words to try and comfort her.
Roll me an animal
Sort of
handling
a-
check with advantage. As your father Gustav. Okay, 19.
Nice.
There's a tension you feel as you put your hand down. You feel the neck tense up and you just kind of hold it there. Say a few words and you feel the tension kind of release, and then this kind of upper part of a dragon head just above the eye kind of nestle against your cheek slightly.
Alright, as I said, there's didn't look like a way out, so we can try the northern chamber down that way. About the only other path I see outside of where the goblins were said to be.
And should
not
things
quite, but
start
we
to
can.
look bleak, I can always try and make an exit.
Fair enough.
How about if we can't find one in the next ones, we come back here and that way we could try it. Maybe we can collapse where the dragons are or where they were, where the bodies are. Violet, I'm so sorry. This all must be very weird for
You hear her
of
respond
you.
in common. You should see it. That's all she says. Chowder, I need you to chill, my dude.
All right. Let's see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. He's gonna start leading him down there.
You make your way back to the chamber Dusty just came from, and your eyes fall on the same sights that he saw. The skeletons of dragons having long since been mined of whatever crystals remain on them. A few still lingering in the higher, harder to reach parts of the cavern. Kind of this dull purplish glow from the amethyst and a faint glow of blue from the sapphire, reflecting the little bit of light from the kids that are holding the lights.
Oh, wow. This is horrible. Deserve better.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight.
Feel Violet kind of nudge up next to you. Okay. Well, we'll get them justice or something close to it.
Gustav will just bow his head and say a prayer. Make sure that in the afterlife, these souls find their rest.
You grab your holy symbol and pray, and as usual, you do feel the presence of your god there. Your powers are not missing because they've been taken from you. Your body has just not handled the toll of that resurrection, but you do still feel the presence of Helm as you say your prayer. You receive no response, but you know your prayer's been heard.
All right. I can go check the northern path while we sit around here.
Sure. Yeah.
So be careful of backtracking. I know, probably easy to get lost up.
Yeah,
Here,
he's gonna make his way
take
north.
this, and I'll give you the handmade compass.
Thank you.
Okay. You begin making your way to the north. It is a fairly short walk. Are you stealthing? I'd say your stealth check from before stands, actually. You guys haven't really done anything to break it. It's a short walk. It's only about 30 feet down the rest of the hall, and the cavern curves up into the north yet again. And as you kind of walk into that space, you see a number of crates and barrels, all bearing the company's logo on them, in various forms of disrepair. Yes, you can lay in the laundry basket, sweet boy. He's just in my laundry, it's fine. You see what appears to be an old mine rail system with 2 tracks, 4 carts on them, and what appears to be some kind of cable, not entirely dissimilar to what you see kind of around the generator in your home, the arcane generator that produces all your power. This is some kind of conduit. However, just in front of the train or the rail cars on this, it's not a train, it's just a bunch of mine carts all attached together. You see the tracks have been severely damaged. While you're not entirely sure of what may have happened down here, you're fairly comfortable in assuming the presence of a nearby goblin army likely put this mine out of business, caused the damage you see here.
That's the way we want to go.
You do see the cavern is wide enough for the carts themselves to go through. I need you to be so chill, dude. Basket.
Really quick, is there anything in the crates?
They have been completely emptied, and everything in them valuable has been removed. They are smashed open. There's nothing that remains there at all.
Is the wood damp or dry?
It's been down here in the cave, so slightly damp, but it would be possible to set ablaze if needed.
Neat.
Given
I'm
enough
going to
time.
just take enough for a fire and stuff it into my bag of holding.
You do see the cavern that the tracks run through is wide enough to fit, like I said, the mine carts themselves and maybe a foot or so of clearance between the roof of the cave, so it'd be very challenging to walk through.
Can I check those out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to just see how far, and if it looks like they're going upwards at all. If I smell any air, I'm just looking for any signs of upwards.
I will say roll me a survival check.
We want to be going the direction that the tracks are broken in.
That would probably make the most sense.
The cavern to the right towards the northeast of the cave appears to be going down and curving kind of in like a spiral way, as if they've just been mining through these shafts vertically for some time. Whereas the way that it appears to have been broken is the way up. Seemingly, it also kind of spirals up and out of sight as well. And with a 12 survival, you definitely, as you kind of look around the hole, you don't see any light, but there is a breeze lightly carrying through that space, indicating that somewhere ahead, some distance perhaps, there is fresh air.
Minecarts, are they in between the path up, or possibly way out, and the broken rail, or are they behind?
No, they're behind where the broken rail is, but it looks like
Okay.
it would be very difficult in what you are now to climb up the path, because it's just the track itself. Xechas, I want you to roll me an Arcana check. I assume the whole party joins you at this point.
I guidance myself?
Yeah, sure.
Where is this? Okay.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You recognize some of the technology here. The carts themselves and the track is one thing, but it's that cable that runs through the center that gets your attention. This is, and I guess as you inspect the minecarts too, you do see what appears to be a small slot that looks like it would probably hold a crystal of some kind, not dissimilar to the one used in your arcane generator. You're able to devise with that roll that these are likely powered minecarts that are powered by arcane capacitors. And if you were able to repair these tracks and get your hand on some kind of arcane capacitor, you could likely bring these carts back to life.
Well then, it's interesting. Seems as if we could probably... Oh, these are powered carts. There's a spot for an arc stone in there, and they'd run along this cable on their own accord, more or less. However, he points to the broken tracks. It's a big problem, and he points to where the stone would go, and a power source. So, what the problems with it?
Sure. We could just use... I could call some badger friends. Make their way up that tunnel. They could make short work.
About expanding the tunnel out.
I could even ask them, maybe make a couple little stair moments. They're real good architects. I'm not really sure. I might be overstimulating. I've been breathing cave air for days.
Well, certainly easier than finding random arc stones sitting around.
Surprisingly, not the worst air you breathe in.
It's like low on the list. It's a long list. Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, if I had to venture a guess as to where an archstone would be, he's got to look at all the broken. A what?
An arc stone, not an arch.
That's what I said.
It's the top part that goes in a.
Same thing. Tomato, tomato.
Sure.
But
just a
he's
moment.
gonna point to the broken crates. Whatever took all that would probably have it if the company themselves didn't take it.
You hear Violet pipe up. I don't know if it's as complicated as tracking down whatever got in those carts.
Well, probably the goblins that are somewhere around here. I mean, we can try and track them down. Fight.
Or you
If they
could
have
try to make your own. She's saying to Dusty. You wouldn't understand her.
You mean who looks back at the other cave? in common.
I'm sure they would understand.
How well do you think you could make one?
Make one.
Well, I kind of exploded doing that.
Yeah.
It's possible. Very dangerous, but it's possible.
Where are we gonna even find the stone? My God.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Listen, if
I mean-
anyone's gonna be able to do anything with those stones, it should be. Looks at Violet, looks at himself, and then looks around at all of us.
Because that's essentially what the Arc Stones are. In layman's terms, it's super magic stone, right?
Scale.
More or less,
but-
yes. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be,
Bit of both,
sourced
really.
from dragon, but seems to be a very
So-
potent source.
This moment in time, you see that Gustav finally connects the dots because he was looking confused all the time. Like,
What are these guys talking about? Who's Archa Stone?
Very famous. She's very famous.
Great drag queen.
Well,
Amazing
Violet,
drag
if you're
queen.
sure that you're okay with this, I think I could do it.
I think
Um,
she responds in common. Need to get out.
All right.
Right.
Well, let's go have a look, shall we? Let's step into the cave.
Go looking. Ah!
Return to the cave and see the wall that rises up before you about 50 feet up or so. You start to see little purple crystals and blue crystals jutting out of the wall. Xechas, you would know with your studies being how they have been, generally speaking, sapphire is the more potent of the two when it comes to making these stones. An amethyst is
Okay.
amethyst arc stones are usually like for powering tools, construction equipment, various weapons, whereas sapphire gets more into like the ability to light up a block type.
Okay. Is there a pretty decent sized one anywhere that I could maybe make a few out of?
It's pretty slim pickings.
least- Um,
Someone would have to get up there and
Yeah,
investigate.
all right. Well, give me a moment. I'm gonna walk over to the wall, and I'm gonna cast Spider Climb.
Okay. Go ahead and
Cool.
roll me an investigation check as you begin climbing up the wall. You all watch as Xechas begins just walking up
Wanted to do this all
the
campaign.
side of the
Haven't.
cliffs, making his way
Cool.
upward. Go ahead, investigation, please. Okay, 21. As you make your way up, you check a few outcroppings of crystal along your way, trying to focus on finding a large enough piece of, or a reasonably sized piece of sapphire you can try to infuse with arcane energy, and it takes you a while. You go 60 feet, 70 feet out of the range of where people's dark vision is able to see you completely. Father, you still see Xechas kind of making his way up. And eventually you finally find it in between two scaffolding about 15 feet up from where the scaffolding was, just out of reach of your average miner. You find a small outcropping of crystal with one particular sapphire jutting out far enough that it looks like it would likely be feasible.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna not yell back down, but just kind of say, because I'm sure it's echoing here. I think I found one that will work.
The invisibility on Violet disappears, so as you say that, you all watch Violet, who's appeared since Xechas started his spider climb,
Sure.
flies up to where Xechas is. I'll get it.
Yes, I figured you would want to. Thank you.
Kind of finds a way to like prop herself up on the wall. She reaches down with her teeth, clamps them around the sapphire and kind of begins biting ever so gently. And then just a brief flash of purple, very small blast of force energy. She's able to sever the crystal. She kind of leans over and drops it in your hand, holding a sapphire about that large, rounded, pleasant looking. And Violet kind of looks over on the wall. Sorry. Flies back down to you, Dusty.
All right, I'll spider climb my way back over.
Okay, you make your way back down.
He's got just a little grin on his face. He's having a lot of fun.
You all see Xechas very much in his element. You have yourself a stone. How are we planning to infuse it? Enough energy to bring power into it.
All right, well, yeah, I suppose Violet might be able to help with this. I don't know if perhaps using her thing what she can do with her breath might help it. I was thinking of...
Right.
Well, I have worries about that shattering things or causing a collapse, but we can see what it takes, I guess.
I was also going to consider dropping one of the infusions that I have on the shield that I have, perhaps, and trying to focus that sort of magic into the stone. To give it, some sort of arcane energy. See if that would work.
I mean, we can certainly try it. Kids, maybe Carl, you want to go with them in the other tunnel? Just keep them out of explosion range.
Right.
Did you say explosion?
No, we said
Excavation.
We're gonna get exploded louder in here, and I'm just gonna start doing a clap dance.
No,
All the
keep it
kids
down.
come and dance with Fight Carl now.
It's goblins.
Roll me a performance check.
What?
Fucking parenting, dude. Nailed it. Crushed it.
Camp Counselor Fight Carl is here.
Camp Counselor Vite Carl's a vibe. 12's decent. It's enough to get the point across. A couple of the kids are like,
Hey, Shabuya, roll call.
Gustav will walk up to Vikon and slap him in the back and hat. Remember the fucking goblins.
the kids all laugh
Quiet
at that.
game.
They follow you.
Everybody, cheer quiet.
You kind of lead them out in almost a conga line towards the minecart room. And they all pile into the minecarts, kind of like hiding. They're all looking over, watching to see if there's an explosion. Hi, Stuart. And they're all kind of locked in there. Xechas and everyone else. You kind of begin setting up on the ground with your tinkerer's tools and preparing to remove an infusion from your shield. I'll say that's definitely a reasonable choice to go with. So why don't you describe to me how do you think you're going to do this? And then we'll roll some dice.
All right. Normally this takes a bit of time, so I'm going to have to really focus on it. I just kind of focus for a minute and drop attunement to the shield. This... Oh, 2. And then as that kind of, the greenish energy over that fades, now I'm going to focus on this and we'll get as much energy as I think I can into it. And if it's not enough, then kind of step back and maybe Violet can do a thing.
I can try to channel some of what I got when Violet hatched. Maybe that'll help.
Perhaps yes, if you think about that. Father, perhaps you could just help me, maybe say a prayer to Helm. This is going on. See if he is willing to lend a hand.
I'll go sit beside Zeas, get on my knees, and start a prayer.
Okay.
To
All right.
give a blessing to Zeas to make sure we are able to get the crystal done and get a way out of here to get the kids to safety
Roll me
ourselves.
a religion check while that's happening. Dusty, how are you helping? You said you're gonna...
He's gonna start by channeling one of the spells he got once he hatched Violet, which would be his the shadowy energy from Pass Without Trace. He's gonna start channeling again, spending the second level slot for it
Okay.
into the
Right.
stone.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me a nature check. Okay. Zehas, as you kind of prepare a small apparatus to hold this with, so none of you have to hold it directly, you all kind of put your hands out around it and begin channeling whatever magic you have. Gustav, you say a prayer. All of you rolled real well. So, Zehas, roll me just a straight up Arcana check with advantage because both of your companions succeeded on their helping.
Okay. I'm also going to give myself a guidance here. It doesn't fucking matter, but I'm going to roll it just in case.
Go ahead. It really doesn't matter. As you sit around and you begin channeling yourself with it, as much of the arcane energy you had infused in the shield and whatever extra you have into this object, Dusty, you step forward and kind of coalesce the shadows that permeate when you cast Pass Without a Trace and focus that onto the stone as well. Gustav, just with your prayer going out into the ether as best you can, you, like Carl, see a blue flash begin to emanate from this room, this pulsing light as they begin infusing this gem with as much power as they can possibly muster. As you're channeling everything you have into it, you feel that begin to fade. Violet steps up and opens her mouth, and then there is a flash of bright purple energy as the ground around the stone you are infusing cracks and breaks, but the stone itself remains intact. And as the last bright blue flash echoes through the entire hall, this explosion of arcane force all sucks back into the stone, and you see before you very familiar glow coming from within this piece of sapphire. So you're aware if you had failed that check, you would have exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of figured.
Not diamond arcstone level of explosion like what killed me, but
No, but still
Big
substantial enough to collapse this cave on you. And as you kind of reach out and grab it, the stone itself is warm, and you can feel that energy
goodness.
almost pulsing in your hand as you do so. However,
fucking blood coming out of my nose.
a slight trickle. As you hold that stone and silence returns, you hear something in the distance, echoing through the caverns, as it seems that last blast seemed to have got the attention of something. You hear the loud, chittering, shrill voices of goblins beginning to echo through the caverns en masse, hundreds of them it seems, based on the sound. And you realize that what you have done here has brought the attention of the goblins who lay claim to this territory. All you have left to do is repair the tracks, and as you all grab the stone, pick up whatever you have, and run back into the cavern, you can see torchlight beginning to come down the northeastern hallway towards you, growing brighter and brighter as you make your way into the room with the rail and the train cars. And that is where we will call the session for today. If we're gonna do a big if we're gonna do a big minecart escape, I want to have like a full session to do that, or at least the first half of one.
Oh
So we'll
god, the
end
Mario
things-
Kart music just sped up.
Oh no, we're going to Rainbow Road.
You
Fuck.
you definitely could have tunneled out of this, but it would have been very difficult to get all those kids to climb up a tunnel that steep for that long. But you have successfully created your first Arcstone on the go, and you realize that is a technology that is now not without risk, but at your fingertips for your disposal. And we will pick up there.
Channeled 8 or 4 hours of energy into a minute.
Yep.
Amazing.
That is feels like a good place to pick up. So we will be back next Monday with Kieran. He'll be joining us for one last session next week as we bring this exciting adventure to a close. We will see you all then. In the meantime, I'm going to quickly find someone for us to raid out on, and I'm going to pass you down to the homies below me, starting with Ryan. Say goodbye to the good people in chat.
Babies, kisses. Check me out in Discord this week. Your boy is gonna get everything all figured out and come back stronger, gayer, and better for everyone.
We can make him
Love
gayer. We have the technology.
We the technology.
I love it. I love it. Amazing. All
Words
right.
are hard.
Moving on from Ryan to Mr. JTB. What do you got to say, buddy?
Yeah, so this week I'll probably be live at some point, barring crazy shit happening again. Sometime this week. I've been playing Path of Exile. The new expansion dropped. I'm already to end game and I have to play through the end game. So you won't get to see my campaign experience, but I can fill you in on all my thoughts of it, and you can watch me absolutely destroy things.
You can fill me in anytime. All right, moving on to Father Gustav, Kirinshikato. What do you got to say to the good people?
Not much. Same as usual. I'll try to stream if I have the energy for it. If not, then yeah, I'm sorry. Just dealing with some stuff at the moment, but you'll definitely see me again next Monday.
We all just casually going through it over here, dogs. All right. Chris, bring it home with a fun animal fact. Please and thank you.
Got you. The duck-billed platypus has no nipples with which to feed its offspring. Instead, milk is oozed through the skin.
I hate that, but you know, nature
Milk
Also,
scoozing.
is
platypuses
a
could make
wonderfully
their own
fun thing.
custard because they
Not
produce eggs
Perry.
and milk.
It's awful. That's awful. Fair enough. All right. Well, that's your fun animal fact for today, everybody. We will see you next week to wrap up this really fun adventure we've had with Kieran here. And in the meantime, I have been your DM, David Patrick. These have all been my friends, and you all have been awesome and gay. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.